Hi everyone, thank you so much for attending this Deminar today. So on today's Deminar, I have Miguel Valverde, who's director of IsEazy, and I myself am Anna Apostle, and I will be delighted to host together with Miguel this Deminar. So Miguel?
Thank you, Anna. Hi, everyone. This is Miguel Valverde from ECC team. First of all, I want to thank Jampam team for making this seminar possible. In this seminar, we are going to introduce you our cloud-based authoring tool. ECC has been in the market for more than 4 years. However, behind ECC, there is a team with more than 20 years of experience in the learning industry. What are we going to see in this seminar? From ECC, we saw that experienced instructional designers and what we call accidental authors experience on their day-to-day work life. First, how to be more organized, how to organize your day-to-day tasks, courses, projects, versions with environment folders and subfolders. Improve team collaboration. With ECC, it's easy to allocate collaborators in specific projects, course, or environments. Use roles and permissions to work at the same project at the same time. Boost your productivity. Increase efficiency. How? Using templates, smart colors, and a wide range of out-of-the-box interactive. Engage your audience with 2 different kinds of courses and with more than 20 responsive interactives to be used on any device or system. Share anytime and anywhere, just with 2 clicks. You will be able to share anytime and anywhere. In the end, it's all about working smarter, not harder. Anna, you mentioned earlier that there will be a surprise at the end of the seminar.
Absolutely. There is indeed a surprise, but for the time being, I want to keep it quiet. So why not stay tuned until the end? Let's jump into the website and do a demonstration first.
Thank you, Anna.
As you all already know, IsEazy is fully cloud-based. Therefore, there's no installation requirement. So I'll just log in through the website. And before starting, I want you to know that on today's demonstration, I'll be using a license that has all the functionality included. And also that there are 2 types of users. So we have the admin and the collaborator. Now, important to know that they both can be authors, so they can both create the same type of projects. The only difference between an admin and a collaborator is that the admin has some extra functionalities, like, for example, creating work environments, give or restrict access. I'll go now to management, and I will show you how easy it is to create a new work environment. So I'll just add a new environment, and for the time being, I will be calling it demo. I can even use a color. I will apply changes. And next, what I will do, I can choose a collaborator to work with me on this work environment. So in this case, I have my colleague Miguel. I'll give him access. And I go back to the home screen. As you can see, my work environment is already there. That easy. Now, when Miguel is going to log in, this is what he's going to see. So basically, he's going to see this work environment. He can start the project from 0 or add a folder or a subfolder. So if I click in here, there we go. We've added a new folder. Other functionality that we have here, for example, you can use the search bar to look for a project so that you can have everything really well organized. We all know that how difficult it is to actually have a messy screen with loads of projects, loads of versions of the same project, copies, and so on. But in this case, we have the search bar, we have the folders, subfolders, different work environments. So basically, our life, it's a lot easier. So what I will do now, as I said earlier, you can, as a collaborator, you can either start from scratch on a project, or if I go to General, you will see that I have an already made course here. So I will just duplicate this course. And now I can move this course into my collaborators environment so that we can work together on the same project. So I go back to demo now. And there we go. My course is here. Now, for the time being and for the purpose of this demonstration, I will just start a project from the scratch. Already, let's start a new project. Now we're a cloud-based authoring tool, and we offer two very different types of courses. On the one hand, we have the more traditional course with an horizontal navigation for more extensive projects, but not only. And then we also have the Express course, which is intended for rapid learning. Now, this type of Express course has a vertical navigation. And even though it's a vertical navigation, you can still use all the other interactives, like, for example, text, but also games, exercises, and so on. They will be fully responsive and amazingly looking. Now, for the demo today, we're just going to use the classical course. And what you see here on the screen are the templates. So on one side, we have corporate templates. On the other side, we have more generic templates. I will explain you the difference between the two. So the corporate templates are the ones that are actually custom built. They are specifically built with the company coloring, with the branding logo, with the type of fonts, even the images, so that your team can become really efficient and they can all align with the guidelines of either the company, your clients, even different departments. Now, if we look down below at the, let's say, more generic IsEazy templates, we have more than 10 out-of-the-box templates which you can use for your projects. They're all super cool and they can all be used with different topics. So presenter, comics, school, floor, traveling, fitness, and so on. With each one of our releases, we launch a new template. So stay tuned because we'll be launching a lot more soon. I will just be using the basic template. And with our, let's say, 20 years of experience within the industry, we know how difficult it is to have everyone happy within the company, different departments, or, think about your marketing team. Sometimes they can be very, let's say, specific with your branding guidelines. That's why we developed what we call smart colors. This is a very cool feature. So we offer, for example, pre-designed palette of colors, which you can use to change completely the look and feel of your project. Like, for example, how I'm going to do it now. As you can see, everything changed instantly. So if I click on the slide, we can actually see how the project looks like with this new type of coloring. Or let's say I want to be even more picky. So I want to customize everything manually. If you know the hex color codes, you can input them in manually or utilize the finder within the tool to find your exact colors. As you can see, you can customize primary colors, text, background, even images. I'll just cancel this for the time being, go with the predefined one, and I'll select this template. Now, what's going to happen? First thing I need to do is to choose the name of my course. Then add chapters, sections, subsections. Let's say now I want to move them in between. I know how difficult some tools make this functionality. With IsEazy, it's just a drag and drop, and then what's more is that the system basically numbers the sections accordingly. Now let's say I want to delete. I just use the bin, I delete, and I start editing. As you can see, IsEazy is it's very intuitive. It's meant to do your experience very intuitive and user-friendly. So all my steps are going to be guided. In this case, all I have to do is to choose my first slide. Now, something that we already know is that it's very difficult to sit in front of a blank slide. Sometimes, even though we may have a lot of experience behind, we may be out of inspiration. That's the role of a template, even for experienced instructional designers, or maybe some colleagues that they just started using an authoring tool. We make it easy for everyone. Now, when I choose the first slide, since I'm working from a template, the templates suggest me different categories of slides. So I have slides for the title, for the index, for the text, multimedia, comparatives, themes, timeline, steps and processes, catalog and gallery, exercises, games, simulations, graphs and dashboards, discover, maps, testimonials, conclusions, documents, contacts, and now it's time to finish our project with a very farewell or text. Okay, so let's choose our first slide. The first step on a project would be to choose our cover. So I'm just going to choose the title. I'm going to choose the next slide, an index, moving forward, going now to maybe text and image. Let's jump into some interactives maybe. Moving on, I would like maybe a game. There we go. And I'll choose now my favorite, which is basically linked scenes. So I'll go down to discover. Okay, so I should find my linked scenes here. There we go. Perfect. So the templates are usually meant to inspire, but never to basically restrict you. So as you can see, what I see on the left side of the screen are my slides. In the middle is basically my working area, and then on the right side of the screen I see how the slide has been built. So from here I can basically edit everything. In this case, I'm just going to add the name of the course. And then next, I will choose a different picture. So click on that, click on adding a new picture. I can either add one from my local PC or use one from the stock images that we offer. There's millions of professional pictures here. Already, I'll choose this one. Job done. So what I want to do now is to see how my course is looking, let's say on different gadgets. I'll go first to a PC. Now, looking sleek. Moving on. Let's see how the game looks like. Miguel, do you know the answer here?
I think that is Apple?
Let's see. Oh my God, I wrote it wrong. Do you know this
Uh,
one?
Blackboard, I think.
There we go. Well done. Let's see how this game would look like on a mobile phone. Fully responsive, even on a tablet. No need to do different versions of the same course for different devices. Okay, let's finish the course and let's go next to hotspots. So as you can see here, everything is so responsive, so sleek looking. So let's say, for example, I want to see what's in the kitchen. It opens up a new image. Then I want to see what's on the sink. There we go. I'll just close the preview. And now, let's say I want to start a slide from the scratch. All the templates, they come with a blank slide exactly for this particular reason. Remember, we inspire, we don't basically restrict. Excellent. Let's now see how we can create an interactive from the scratch. As you already know, we also have blank slides on each one of our templates for this particular reason. I'm going to choose this blank slide, and the first thing I need to do is to decide how many cells do I want on my slide. So as I told you earlier, on the right side of the screen, I can see exactly how my slide is being built. In this case, I can see it has 2 cells, but I want to change this. So I click on this, and as you can see, I have slides with 1 cells, 2, 3, 4, more than 6. In this particular case, I am just going to use a 1 cell slide. Perfect. Now the next thing I need to do is to add my first interactive. What I want to do now is to create a trivial game. But before that, I want to show you all the options I would have. So we've got interactives from the most basic, like text, images, link, image and text, card, or gallery. You're not seeing this now, but if I was to click on the card, you will see different options for the card type. So for example, if I want the vertical one, or maybe I want them to flip horizontally, there are many options. I continue with the more advanced interactives. So I have hotspots, linked scenes, infographics. Again, the options and what I can get out of this, there's no limits really, because if I was to click on linked scenes, I could create either simulations, I could create deep processes, I could even create role plays and so on. Moving on, I have multimedia, so I can upload a video, maybe an MP4. Think about some materials that you have already done and you want to reuse them. Then I can use audio, an MP3, create podcasts. But what about adding voice and off or voiceover to each one of the slides? That's also an option. Now, moving on, we've got the more dynamic interactives, like, for example, exercises. So I have 3 types of exercises. I have games, again, 3 types of games, but they're all fully customizable. So you can make them as you like. Then we've got the charts, graphics, and then one of the coolest interactives is also the embed and the download. Why are they so cool? Because I'm pretty sure you have a library of content that you've made already with different tools or in different formats. So if I click on embed, I have all these formats that I can reutilize. So think about maybe interactives that you've created with H5P, or maybe you've created something in Canva, Educaplay, Geniali. How about the Loom, Kaltura, Inbox, YouTube, Vimeo, and so on. Every time for example, we release a new version of our tool, we also include more formats. Usually the formats that we include are the ones that you guys are suggesting us. So make sure that you let us know if there's any type of format you'd like to add. Okay, so going back to my game, I'm just gonna delete this embed that was already in there, and I'm gonna go with the trivia this time. As you already know, IsEazy is a very diverse tool, super professional, but also it is intended for people that may not have previous knowledge, or they may not have coding or programming. I myself have no programming or coding knowledge, but I'll show you how I can actually create the trivia. Now, again, all my steps are going to be guided. The game is nearly built. All I have to do is to configure. So in this case, I need to choose a cover. I'm going to choose an image. So again, I have the option of choosing one from my local or a stock image that we offer. Let's see, maybe games. I chose this picture. As you can see, it uploads instantly. The next step would be choose the name of the game. Sorry. There we go. And now I have to configure my game. For example, I can choose the timing, the points. If I want a wild card, I'm flying on this game. I add my categories. I can choose the color. I can add several questions by categories and so on. I'll just choose another category here, maybe mountains. I'll pick another color. Perfect. And then I can add my questions. Excellent. So the options are building one from the scratch, still being guided by IsEazy, or using a pre-existing one. So I go now to my template. I go down to games. And I'm going to choose a pre-existing slide. Again, as you already know, you can change the image, the layout, everything can be changed. Perfect. Let's see how we're going to see this game on different gadgets and devices. Let's play it. How about a mobile phone? Look how responsive it is. It's actually one of my favorites. How many countries are in South America? Maybe 9? Oops. Excellent. So let's say now that we are super happy with our course, we just need to basically look at the final adjustments and yeah, just to share this course. But before that, I think we need to add an evaluation. So if I go back to the course, all I have to do for the evaluation is to click on this toggle and start editing my final test. I can configure everything, but again, remember that this is pre-built. So, for example, from the introductory text, from the passing score, from the number of attempts, I can choose a cover. I'll choose this one, and then random questions, configure this parameter. Okay, now all I have to do is add my questions. Again, everything is editable. It's nearly out of the box, super easy. So I can add an image. I can even configure the feedback, add an answer, and continue with the final test. Excellent. So The final step on our course now would be, again, to do the final adjustments, to look at the advanced options, and to share and distribute every time, anywhere. Great, so we're done with the course. Now it's time to distribute and share the knowledge. Before we do that, there are some final adjustments we might want to do. So in this case, if we go to configuration, I can change the image of the course. I can change the cover mode. Maybe I want no cover. Think about having a single interactive, like a game, as a single unit for your e-learning. So that's when you may want to use a no cover mode. You can even upload your company logo, maybe your own company, maybe the company you work with, or a client, to personalize even more. Change the color, the image, the templates, colors as well. At this step, you can just make sure which one you want to add. Change the language. In the case of the navigation, you have the two options, either free or sequential. So if you choose sequential navigation, basically, the student gets blocked on the slide, and they need to complete it before moving on. And then you can choose your own fonts. Within some of our licenses, we also allow you to upload your own particular company's fonts for better alignment with branding, and you can add and edit an end notice. Now, let's see the advanced options. What is this? So some of our licenses, they have these options. On one hand, translations. So for example, let's say you produce content in different languages. We all know how difficult it is to translate a course. Sometimes you may even have to reproduce the same course or maybe a copy of it and work on the translation manually. Well, with this functionality, your translations is a couple of click of a buttons away. So in this case, you just have to export your HTML, upload that HTML file either on a CAT solution. Maybe you want to use Google Translate, who knows? You translate the HTML. What's going to do is that it's going to keep the whole formatting. Then all you have to do is to import it. IsEazy will produce automatically a copy of the course within that new language. But let's move on and let's see the restoration points. Here, what you can see is that IsEazy suggests you different pins within the timeline for recovering that version of the course. Basically, if you work with somebody else, with one of your collaborators within the same project, and they may delete a slide, which may be a mistake, you can always go back and recover it. And not only that, you can actually see who deleted that slide, that particular slide. Okay, let's go back. So now we've done all the adjustments and we are ready to distribute and share our content. We have three options. We cover everything. So for example, let's say you want to share your content through a link. So for example, all you have to do is to publish and the system will basically generate the link. But I'll quickly do it just as an example. So once the link has been generated, you copy it and then you can embed this course either on a Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, but not only. Okay, let's see the LMS option. So in this case, we're fully compatible with LMS Core 1.2, and then you can monitor by completion, maybe evaluation, and SCORM 2004. If you want to embed your content within an intranet, there you go. You can publish a zip format with all the assets and then just publish this within your own web. As we said, share anytime, anywhere, fly on it.
Wow, thank you very much, Anna, for your demonstration and for taking us through this journey today, showing us ways to improve our e-learning creation workflows. Anna, I don't know if you want to tell us something else.
Yes, well, first of all, Miguel, it has been my pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for attending this seminar. Um, but you probably heard me many times saying one phrase throughout the seminar, and that phrase is that it's easy. It's meant to make your life easier. It's meant to inspire you, but never to limit you. So that's why I wanted to show a few examples of our existing customers, freelancers, companies, instructional designers working for third parties. So it doesn't matter. So I wanted to show the full potential and how they use IsEazy in their day-to-day life. Enjoy the video.
Well, we really hope that this demonstration has been useful for all of you. And last but not least, a big thank you to Jan Pan and especially to John Hinchcliffe for making this possible. But Anna, I think that you are forgetting something.
Actually, I am forgetting something because, as we said in the beginning, there were some surprise kept at the very end of the seminar. So before we end up, I just want to let you know that on the screen there will be announced a registration link for a free trial, a discount code, and also our contact details in case you would like to book a custom tailored demonstration or have a chat with us. We're happy to help with any doubts you may have. But thank you again. Thank you, Miguel.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, everyone. And bye.
Bye.